Hello my dear children. Today we are going to learn a new lesson, that is our 13th lesson, representation of data or data representation. So before starting, shall we have a silent prayer? Okay. I think this is the most simplest one this from your textbook because it is already learned. 4th grade we learned already how to represent the data. Today we are going to learn a next step of it. Okay. First that you should know what is the data. Okay, so if I collect some information, what I want to represent, that collected information is called as data, and we are going to represent it in order to retrieve the information very easily or quickly. Okay, that is the use of or purpose of representing data. There are various methods to represent the data. One of them is pictograph that we already studied in 4th grade. Using some pictures or symbols we will be representing the data. Today we are going to learn representation of data using bar graph. Hope you know the word what is bar graph. Bar graph means, have you seen that milky bar? What is the shape of it? Almost I think this like shape of a just like this rectangle like this. Okay, this is like a bar. We are going to represent using such a bars, that is called bar graph. Okay, we are going to learn bar graph. That's enough for you this year. Okay, so we already learned how to represent data using pictures and what is pictograph, and now we are going to learn what is a bar graph. Okay, so to recall your memory, let me introduce you the pictograph. Along with that, the same question can be represented both ways using pictograph and bar graph. Okay, so first let me give you a question, and that we are going to represent in pictograph. Okay, so pictograph means when you represent data using some pictures, we call it as pictograph. Okay, first let me give you a question. After that you can copy the question to your book and try to do yourself. Okay, after getting it, there will be homeworks given that you can do in your notebook. Okay, try yourself. So first is, what is a pictograph? For that I am giving a question, that is, suppose a company manufactures fruit juice in bottles. A company manufactures fruit juice in bottles. It is given below. Represent it using pictograph. And bar graph. We are going to represent. Okay, this is the question. Once again, a company manufactures fruit juice, mango juice or some kinds of juice using some fruits in bottles. Okay, it is given below. The details are given below. Represent it using pictograph and bar graph. We have to represent this information using pictograph and bar graph. Let me give the details. It is given in a box like this. Okay, here it is given month. Here it is given number of bottles. Okay, so the month is May, June, July, August. 4 months. It is given here 1000, 2000, 3000 and 5000. This is the information given. They are given. In the month of May, thousands bottles are produced. June 2000, July 3000, August 5000. This is a question. Hope the question is clear to you. Okay, now we are going to represent. First, let me represent it using pictograph. Okay, so how can we represent using pictograph? For that, as we all know, we are going to represent using pictograph. For that, I am drawing this. Here I am writing the same. What it is given, that is month. Here it is number of bottles. Okay, so we are not writing the numerals 1000, 2000, not written like that. Instead of that, we are using some pictures. Okay, here since it is number of bottles, I am just representing just like a bottle. Okay, so in month of May, that is 1000 bottles. So I am drawing a bottle. Somewhat a bottle. Okay, then May, June, it is 2000. Then July, $3,000. Then August. August it is given 5,000. So 5 bottles. Okay. And below that I am giving a key. I hope you are remembering. Key is that 1 bottle is equal to 1000. That is a key information given just. Okay, it will be given the question. See, May, only 1 bottle. I have drawn a picture of only 1 bottle. That means 1 is equal to 1000. It is given a key information that 1 bottle is equal to, should count as 1000. So here 1 means 1000. 2 means 2000. 3 bottles are there, 3000. If it is 5 bottles, 5000. Like that you have to count it. Okay, otherwise we cannot represent all the 1000 bottles. We cannot draw. So that is why we are using key to represent the number of bottles. Okay, so look at this. What they given, we represent it using pictograph. This is called pictograph. Okay, it's a very simple thing. Instead of writing the number, we are using some pictures. Okay, that is called pictograph. Same information can be drawn or can be represented using bar graph. Okay, we can represent it in different ways. Okay, we are studying only 2 methods. First one is pictograph. Another one is bar graph. I hope it is clear for you how to represent. Any pictures can be used. Okay, so let us use a picture which is most related to the topic given. Since it is given bottles, I have drawn bottles. Okay, it's not must to draw a bottle itself. You can represent either in different ways. But number, when you taking key, if it is a large numbers, 50, 100, which cannot be represented drawing the pictures, we can use some key instead of, sometimes the question gives you key. Okay, so this is the pictograph. The given information, what was given in the question, same thing I have represented in another way using some pictures, so it is called as pictograph. And same information can be represented using bar graph. Okay, now we are going to learn what is a bar graph, what are things to be kept in mind while drawing a bar graph, and how to represent it. Okay, first thing about bar graph is that bar graph. Okay, bar graph. The speciality of bar graph is just like I told you, Milky Bar. What is the shape of Milky Bar? Just like a rectangle like this shape. Isn't it? So it is called bar graph. We are going to represent it using some bars. So when it is represented as a form of a graph, it is called bar graph. Okay, first thing you should take care that we should know that is there are 2 axes. That is, when you represent data, we can draw a line like this. This is called vertical line and it is vertical axis. Okay, it is called vertical axis. That line which we draw like this, it is called horizontal axis. Okay, so this is the main thing in bar graph. There will be two lines, that is horizontal axis and vertical axis. This is a shape of the graph, starting basic shape. Okay, so we will draw a horizontal line and a vertical line, first step. And which we draw horizontally, it is called horizontal axis, and when we draw a line vertically, it is called vertical axis. Okay, these are the two axes. So a graph will be having two axes. One is horizontal axis, another one is vertical axis. On this, we are going to represent the given information. Let us see how can we represent. Here, on the horizontal axis, we can represent the month. Okay, information is given or data is given in month. So, on the horizontal axis, we can represent the information or data as month. Here, we can represent number of bottles. Okay, in vertical axis, we are going to represent the number of bottles produced. Here, we are going to represent the month. Okay, so shall we go to that? Before going that, first we learned there are two axes, horizontal axis and vertical axis. Another thing that you should take care is that when you draw a bar, the gap between each bar should be same, and width of the bar also should be same. Okay, that you will understand while doing. See, first keep the scale on a horizontal line, and you can see on the scale starting from 0, 1 centimeter, mark it to 1 centimeter. Okay, here you can see 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter, 5 centimeter goes. So let me rub it off this name. Okay, so I just put a mark. Okay, you can use scale, so it will be equal length. So you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it goes. Here you can mark number of bottles. Since the number of bottles is given thousands, you can 1 centimeter is equal to 1000. Okay, keep a scale here also. You can see 1 centimeter, that you instead of 1 you mark it as 1000. Then instead of 2 you can mark it as 2000. Then this 3 can be 3000. Then we have 4000. Okay, as we don't have 4000 bottles produced, but still the gap between should be equal. So if from here to here, this is 0, from here to 1000, so 1000 to 2000, the gap is 1000. So every gap should be in thousands. That's why I written 4000. Next 5000. Okay, only that much information is given. So we are going to represent month here and number of bottles here. That is the first step. What all information given, it should be mentioned or shown on the both the axes. Next, what we are going to do is that first month June. Write the first month June. So from here the gap is 1 centimeter. Mark this June. How much bottles are produced in the month of June? It is given 1000. So the line joining from here to here, the straight line, just mark it like this. Okay, almost keep the scale and mark it here, and the joining line from here to here, put a star mark. That is our mark. From here to here, see next 1 centimeter, you can join it like this. Join the lines to next 1 centimeter and write here June, month of June. Okay, so first one, when I look at this bar graph, I can see that, I can understand that in the month of June they produce 1000 bottles. Okay, without giving any information, looking at the bar, I can understand in the month of June the company manufactured 1000, because it is drawn here 1000 bottles. Okay, that is one bar graph is ready. One bar is ready. Next, let us see in the month of June after July. So since the gap between the bars should be equal, from here to here 1 centimeter gap is there. So after finishing this bar, there should be 1 centimeter gap to start the next one. So from here you have to start month of July. Okay, in the month of July, they produce 2000. So joining line of these two almost. Keep a scale and do mark there and join the lines like this. Join to here, that means this. Okay, that is in the month of July. So see, the gap between the here to here, it is equal, and the width of the bar also means this from here to here and from here to here 1 centimeter width, it also is equal. Okay, it should be equal. Then next we have, then looking at this bar, I can say that in the month of July they produce 2000 bottles. Okay, the next one is you should not start from here again, start from here. Okay, so next sometimes 1 2 this will be for 1 3 4, then 5th. Next line, in the month of May, sorry, you start from here, May. Okay, here it is June, and next is July. In the month of July, they produce 3000 bottles. So from July, joining line 3, join it. Okay, 3000. So I look at the, when I look at the bar, I can understand that is the month of July they produced 3000 bottles. Then next comes August. See, in the month of August they produce 5000. So here after leaving 1 centimeter gap, 5, almost joining line of 5 is here. So join the line with scale and next 1 centimeter. Okay, next 1 centimeter, join it. Now it looks like a bar. Okay, so by looking at this, I can understand the month of August they produce 5000 bottles. One more thing you can do, after drawing the bars, you can shade it. You can simply shade with pencil. No need a full covering, just shade it. Okay, I'm just simply shading it. Okay, all the bars I have shaded. When I represent the same data in this way, it is called bar graph. Okay, here I represent the data given using some bar. Okay, this is a bar, another bar, 4 bars are there. So this is called bar graph. Hope you understood. This is very simple thing, very easy to draw. While when you draw, use scales. Okay, so use a scale and pencil to draw the bars. When you are representing this by drawing horizontal axis, vertical axis, and information given representing it on horizontal axis and vertical axis, and representing the given information using some bar, it is called bar graphs. Okay, so this is a way to represent it. So some more questions are there for you to practice. I will send you give you as a homework. You can do it and practice it. Okay, in the live session we will discuss more about this. Okay, hope you will get an idea by watching this video. Okay, first you have to know what is a pictograph. When you represent data using some pictures, it is called pictograph. And when you represent data using some bars, it is called bar graph. When in order to be a graph, it should be a horizontal axis. There should be a horizontal axis and vertical axis. Okay, while drawing the bar, should be very careful. The gap between each bar should be same, and the width of the bar also should be same. For that, what you have to do is that on the scale, keep the scale on the horizontal axis. Here also same. Okay, here also gap should be same. From 0 it will be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 15. Up to 15 it will be there on the scale. So what you do, if it is 1, start from here and you draw the bar up to this 1 centimeter. Okay, and next bar should be started after leaving next line. from here 1 centimeter. Okay, then leave 1 centimeter, again start. So it will be equal length and equal width. That should be taken care while drawing the bar graph. This is the most important thing. Okay, 3 things should be taken care is that there should be a horizontal axis and vertical axis, and space between the bar should be same, and width of the bar should be same. Okay, you have to watch this video. After the remaining portions or practice questions will be given in the live class. So thank you. God bless you, my dears.